3 going, and so far we're not dropping any packets. You find 7 Trojans, right? Okay. Good day to anybody that's on Justin TV and Ustream, and of course Blog TV. Yes, I am a greedy person as far as pushing tax concerned. I was going to push it on to Stickcam 2, but I want to see how XSplit Broadcaster basically copes with the pressure on the computer. Now, I don't profess to be an expert in anti-spyware programs, but you could say I've been at it for quite a number of years, and I know what spyware is. I know what rootkits are, hijackers, worms, Trojans, and etc. And even dollars for dialing you to another site and etc. Okay guys, anybody that has a computer on the internet today that doesn't have or doesn't know that you need to take some protection on your computer. Super anti-spyware will help you. And basically these programs come with a database built into them by the vendors that designed them, and it will scan your files on your computer or computers against the database that's built into the system. Will it protect you against everything? The answer is no. Will Node 32 protect you against everything? The answer is no. But it will give you some protection. If you look over here to the right where the mouse is, the definition database here, okay, you've got a core database of 8,560, and you've got what they call traces of 6,372. That is exactly what that program will check your Windows computer for, that amount. Spyware, rootkits, botnets, you name it, parasites, dollars, malicious code is designed every day in the week by bad guys, or bad people that design it for a reason, whether it's to mess your computer about, or whether it's to get information off your system, or let them get access to it. It depends on what they want it for. Unfortunately, there's quite a number of websites in the world that some of these people sell botnets, and so different countries are governed obviously by different governments, in the sense that some countries will get away with using programs than others. It depends on the law of your country. But there's a new virus out and a new spyware out, and it can change its behaviour every second. It's like you putting a cap on you, putting a beard on you, or a pair of sunglasses to disguise yourself. That's exactly what they do now, and they're designed for one reason. So super anti-spyware can't detect them, or ABOS can't detect them, etc. But I have noticed by doing a bit of research that I believe it's a Russian website that is putting a lot of effort into watching how the bad guys go, and how they operate, on how they design their pieces of code. And of course it's Dr. Webb, believe it or not, which has been out for quite a number of years. And they give me by reading the information that they're putting on, they're telling me basically that they're interested to find out what's happening and they're interested to stop it. The Dr. Web, you can use it as a standalone tool. It's another method or another tool at your disposal. Now, some people have been in the computer room in the past and they tell me they don't need this, they don't need protection. They tell me they're good, they know how to program, and they tell me they know how to find them. I don't agree with them. That's my own opinion. Because even the experts use protection. So obviously they're not that good. And the experts are saying, yes, it is a good idea to have a couple of standalone programs. And yes, friends, it is a good idea sometimes, if you do get a Trojan, to write the name down. Go to Google, type in Trojan, whatever the name is, and see what it is and what it's designed for. By doing that, you'll also learn more, believe it or not. Rather than just depend on a program, it is a good idea to do a bit of research on the stuff that you find, if you find any. Now, if you run this program here and you don't find anything, basically it just means that there's nothing on your computer that fits the description of the traces or the infections that they have in their database. Some viruses are designed not to interfere with your browsing experience, and some are designed not to draw attention by slowing your computer down. So all you can do is use the tools that's available to us, and obviously the technology experience that you have. So you've got the free version and you've got the professional. Now, the professional will give you what they call more real-time blocking and etc., which will indicate to you sometimes that a particular website could be a threat. Either it has information of that website or it suspects it. Friends, URL in your address bar is the best method of the lot. Anything with a redirect sign on it, or anything with a hash at the end of it, will indicate you're not going to the right site. There's a number of ways of reading it before you even click on it. So if anybody's listening on Justin TV or Ustream, you can use the free version. It's a simple download and install. On the free version you have to manually update it. On the professional it automatically updates. There is a portable version and there's an education and enterprise license where you can buy for a number of systems. With this particular program, if you are using Sound Broadcaster, it will pick it up as a Trojan. That is the downfall. Sound Broadcaster is not a Trojan. Okay. It has some database built into it for using on stations and stuff like that. So every time I go to a website I have to run it. The answer is no. You can run it as a standalone program just whenever you decide to come off the air, nothing to do, and just run it. The free, actually got the pro version right. The free version basically you have to update it, which I'll show you in a couple of seconds. You have to update the free version manually. Now, Malwarebytes, friends, is another great program. Malware anti-Malwarebytes. So you have a choice. There's quite a number of them out there. Now you can buy it for $29.95. I don't have the promotion code for it at the minute, but I had signed up for it a long time ago. As soon as I get the promotion code, I'll be quite happy to give it to you, and possibly get a bit of a discount. So let me lower this page down here. Super anti-spyware. The free edition. Okay, let me go back to screen resolution here and see what I can do. Okay, this is the free version. Now, friends, sometimes these programs will say you've got a Trojan, okay? And believe it or not, sometimes it's not the Trojan that we're thinking of. It's not the bad Trojan. Sometimes these will pick up, for example, Sam Broadcaster I scanned this the other night, it says it was a Trojan. I've done a bit of research on it, it's not a Trojan. Cookies, it will pick up tracking cookies, and obviously it is designed to pick up malware, Trojans, adware, parasites, and stuff like that. Yes, tags to do, yes. And you have to check for updates manually on the free one by clicking check for updates. And then it basically downloads the latest definitions and then it goes through the process of putting them into the database that they have on the program. And then it'll give you, basically it'll say you're protected against the latest adware, backdoor MORIX. Okay, now I'm going to try something here. Okay, now a lot of people wouldn't understand what that means. It's on sale today at $19.95, right? So Jess on Blog TV is telling us that it's on sale at $19.95 at the minute. My friends, when we run a standalone program or an antivirus program, most people don't worry what it is because it either quarantines it, deletes it, or whatever. Okay. Now what I've done in 1998 was, because I had problems with malicious people accessing or trying to access the system, I decided I wanted to learn exactly what they were using and why they were using it. Okay, now if you want to learn a wee bit about technology and advance yourself a wee bit more, obviously there's hundreds of these, right? Now if you don't understand what a backdoor is, it's a simple way of opening a backdoor to get in to your system. So if you want to find out what backdoor MORIX is, now obviously what you could do is you could load up your router, me make sure I get the spelling right. Morix. I think I will have to double check that. I think I've got that wrong. Morix. Morix. You can do a bit of research on it. Okay. Okay, now by doing a simple, let me pull this over for you. Obviously you wouldn't have time to do this with every one, but through the years you will start to notice different names. Guys call them different names, okay? Some of them are fancy and some of them are not. So if I want to find out what this particular one is, then obviously I could do a bit of research just by simply typing in the name backdoor Morix, and you will find out that some tech guy or some expert has put the information on the internet. You want to find out what this is on your computer. So basically you would go to it and have a look and see what it is and why it's there. Okay, now you're going to learn quite a lot by doing this, believe it or not just by gaining the name. Let me see if I can stop this. Okay, the first thing you're going to learn is it is used for hidden penetration into PCs, and it is remote. Okay, so there's something you've learned already. You know it's hidden and you know it's remote. Also, there's a program called Unhack Me which will take it out. If you go through the details, okay, it will sit in the registry settings. It's a running processor. So you're learning something about that particular infection that you found. At the first reboot, which was detected by a program called Unhack Me, which is a standalone program, you will notice the directions. Okay, common, start menu, just split them up, programs, startup, and etc. Type as a common startup folder. So you're going to learn that wee bit more about that. You know, you can basically let your antivirus program take it off your computer. It's away. It's either quarantined, renamed, or deleted. But I like to find out, not all the time, but when I have a bit of time, especially if I recognise something that I haven't seen before, I like to find out what it's for and what it's designed to do. Okay, now it is a backdoor. Okay, what is a backdoor? It's another way of getting into your home. You can look at it that way. Now, for those that know how to get around the registry settings, there is a quick method on how to delete it. First of all, it is in the registry. Okay, you open up your registry, REDEGAT, and you go to HKICU software, Microsoft, Windows, current version, run, and etc. You'll notice there's a hyphen mark here to split them. You just go through the processes and delete the key, and it's away. Now that's that particular one, but there is some that don't work like that. So I'm just basically trying to get people and point them in the right direction. So you're learning where it sits in the registry settings, and you're learning a wee bit about the program. You've learned it's hidden and it's used to penetrate computers, and it's in remote administration. You've also gained a bit more knowledge to say that a program called Unhack Me can take it out, and you've learned where it sits in the registry settings. That's the temporary folders, and that's the files. Now to some people that sounds a load of jargon, okay? That sounds a load of jargon to people that don't know. Every computer has got registry settings in them. When you do your updates, the registry keys and all go in, and etc. There's quite a lot of tutorial on the registry settings, but just by reading that simple information, you've learned what it is. If you've scanned your computer at 2 o'clock and nothing has come up, well then, where have you been? What program have you downloaded? You can use remote access using TCP/S and FTP, smart FTP. Guys used it to upgrade their websites, that is correct. I used smart FTP years ago when I was hosting a website. Yeah, that is correct, it's on there, yeah. There's also ways of updating your system through the DOS command, but I don't want to go into that. I want to try and stick on the one topic. And the topic today is basically, have you got some sort of protection on your system? Do you understand what this software is for? And do you understand what malicious code is and what some of it is designed to do? Now, this one here is $1 and it speaks for itself. Now, this stuff's not on my computer. It's basically super anti-spyware, which is one of many programs. There's loads out there. It's telling me that this particular porn dollar is in the database to check my file system to see if I have it. Porn dollar. Most of us know what porn is. Personally speaking, I've seen all that crap before, years ago. Like everybody, we're all human. But a lot of these sites do have, and you can get infected in a big way. If you happen to go to a site, oh look at that, you're coming into your 20s or whatever, and you're getting excited, and you're saying to yourself, wow, let me check her out, and check us out. Friends, you will get infected by porn sites. I don't care what they say, you will do. Okay, so that speaks for itself. The backdoor, why? Okay, basically you do the same again. We know what most of these are, Trojan agents. But the backdoor, why? Let me see, backdoor, wow, www. Okay, backdoor, wow, removal, spyware, removal. So, obviously, good. My network wouldn't go to that one. So this will give you an idea how you can find out what it is. Obviously, you won't have the time and you don't want to start going through every one. But as you progress on computers through the years, when you are scanning or when you're checking something or your computer gets infected, you will learn, or you will get probably a Trojan, a piece of spyware in your computer from one time to another. Some people, if their system becomes unstable, they just wipe it. Ah, the hell with them, infected, it's not going right, recover the system. Next week, you go back on again, you get the same thing. I like to learn. It's just that I like this sort of stuff to learn about it, to see why they designed this particular thing and what they're using it for. So that's just a way you can check out. You can educate yourself by doing that. So that's a free program, one of many, friends. There's quite a number out there. That's the database version on etc. Now, just by putting this program on your computer does not guarantee your computer is going to be secure. Now, Thunder wrote in, you can't use remote access using TCP. That is correct. There's also quite a number of Windows services that you can use for remote access. It just depends on your knowledge and what you're trying to do with it. So I just didn't learn about this stuff here. I learned about the Windows services and I learned about what they're used for, or who could use one to get access to a system. So you can also do that yourselves through time. There is quite a number of services that are used for printers, remote access, TCP, IP, NetBS, Helper and all the rest. Some of them can be vulnerable and some of them can be a way of getting access to it. But I'll tell you what I like to do. Okay, this is my own opinion. So that's Super Anti-Spyware, one of many for anybody that doesn't have protection. What I like to do is, if I come across a program that someone tells me about and I think it's good, when I come off here, I write it down, I thank them for it, and I do this. This is for educational purposes only. How can I hack? Okay, how can I hack? Okay, and then I put the name of the program in. If I find that there's quite a number of ways that guys have found of getting into that particular program, and it comes across to me that it's so easy to get hacked, I don't use it. It's as simple as that. MS Messenger, I don't use, because when XP was out, no disrespects to Microsoft, when XP was out, it was so easy to hack into. So that's a way of preventing my system from becoming vulnerable. So obviously I'm not going to write how can I hack Norton or how can I hack a certain program, because number one, Blog TV wouldn't be too happy and the vendors wouldn't be too happy with me. But this is how you can find out whether the program's going to be any good to you or not. If you come across on YouTube guys that have put up videos how to hack this and how to hack that, personally I try to avoid using it. Hacking, you're saying hacking is easy with one simple program. I disagree. If you're talking about getting into a Wi-Fi network by using one particular program, that depends on the other person. There's no, in my view, I would disagree that there's no one particular program that a hacker uses. Hackers use a number of techniques of getting access. Okay, Kill Enable, I know what it is. Arc spoofing, I know what it is, and etc. If you think it's a matter of loading up a program that's going to crack a password and that's it, if the other person knows a wee bit more about computers, you're wasting your time. Because if he has a system set up or a certain education, and he happens to sniff you trying to sniff him, well then you get run into trouble. If it was so easy for everybody to use a particular program, then everybody's computer would be vulnerable. Some hackers can spend months, depending on the other person's technology education, whether they can get into their computer. There again, if the other guy or other person's smarter and they happen to get your details, well then, if you're in the United States, you're on your way to free supper and free dinners. Hacking is illegal. Okay? I will not go into using a hacker tool on Blog TV, and I will not broadcast it I'm not that stupid. If you know how to use it in great detail and you are good, all I'll say to you is good luck to you, but I will not be broadcasting it on blog TV. Anyone with a half wit can go to the internet and learn themselves. Now, learning how to hack, I have done so, but hacking a person's information is illegal. I had 3 guys that thought they were smart with me, and they were all caught because I knew how to gather intelligence. Okay. So whether you're talking about using different tools for malicious purposes and you're actually being very stupid because you're saying to people in the chat room and the blog TV staff and mods that you know how to use a hacker tool, you know it inside out, you can get yourselves into trouble. You have to be very careful. Okay, you have to be very careful. It depends on the other person how good they are, and it depends why you want to do it in the first place. There's an old saying, if you play with fire you get burnt. We can't broadcast this sort of stuff on the internet, but we can say, look, it's not illegal to learn, but it is illegal to use it. Now, if there was this one big magic tool on the internet, for number one, you can use the system itself without even using a tool, but I will not go into them details. Okay, so friends, computers, all you can do is protect yourself to the best of your ability. This will give you some sort of protection against malware, trojans, and etc. Of course, your network is very important. You want to make sure your network is secure. Also, you want to make sure that your computer doesn't talk to the outside world if someone's trying to use a certain program. Okay, thank you. Okay, so number one, to understand, let me try and put some information out without breaking the law. As I say, I don't profess to be an expert, but I have learnt over the years and I'm still learning. First of all, if you understand how the internet works and how computer data travels from one place to another, and how certain computers will respond to a certain ping or whatever, you can, friends, tell your computer not to talk and to basically be quiet. By doing that, they will not get access to your system. If you listen and if you know pccareman, Lacey, you will understand I have always said this last 6 years or more, no computer is 100%. If you would listen to what I'm saying, okay, whether you're making a fact, you're entitled to your opinion. If you know me and you do your homework, no computer is 100%. But what I am also saying is everybody has a different level of education in technology. And what I'm saying is if one was to use a certain way or certain tool, you don't know who that other person is. Who do they know? Are they working for the government or whatever? Okay, it's not just a matter of going to a website, downloading a tool and deciding you want to try a certain computer. Oh, I'm going to hack your computer, I'm going to get your computer. I would say bullshit. Okay, because I wasn't brought into the world with my eyes closed, and this is my cup of tea. Now, I do not hack computers because it is illegal, but I do learn and I do understand the tools they use and the technology that can be used. But what I am here for on blog TV, Justin TV, Ustream, Stickcam and other many networks is basically, friends, to say to the computer user today, take some protection and some precaution. If your passwords aren't secure enough, well then I will say this is a way you can make a secure password. It's not just as simple as going and using a certain tool and saying I'm in your system. It doesn't work like that. Anybody can go to YouTube and type in a name. Anybody can go to the internet and learn. All the information is out there. But we do need protection whether we use Windows, Mac or Linux. Okay? The MacBooks are no longer guaranteed that they will not pick up a virus or Trojan. Will someone please let me remove this idiot out of the computer room? Whether you're a mod or dipstick, we do not tolerate your language in the room, okay? If you're trying to advertise a certain hacker tool to make yourself look like somebody, or trying to impress us with your lookalike technology, you're only bullshitting yourself. So you will be removed if you keep it up, okay? I don't have a clue. I like all these people like you that know everything. It boils down that you know nothing. Take yourself to another room and don't try and disrupt the room. I am here for good people to help them with their computers. If you're jealous, you have a problem. If you want to respect the room, you can stay. If you don't, close the door on your way out. Thank you. This is my room on Blog TV, not yours. I pay Blog TV for to use this room. It belongs to me and my friends to educate and help people. We aren't idiots, friend. Don't take us for idiots, please. Okay, thank you. I don't mind, friends, someone giving their opinion, okay, but for someone to come into the room and try and impress me by using a certain program, PC, I know this program, I can hack anybody's computer with one click of a button. I would say they're talking shit, basically, because I do know of smarter people than them. And it also depends on the other person, how secure and what precautions they've taken for their system. Obviously, no computer is 100% secure. But for someone to try and press me by, or try to intimidate someone by using a name, it doesn't work. And for it to actually write it down in a chat room, they're not even that smart, because, friends, hackers do not get on like that. Hackers do not come into the rooms and say, I'm going to hack you. These guys are not stupid. And I do have a lot of respect for some of them, because they don't get on that way. They sit back in the quiet and they do what they have to do. They don't come in and try to scare you. So obviously Lacey hasn't been with us for a while, or obviously she doesn't know what we do. I don't know, excuse me. Lacey, if you're listening, I don't need you to tell me that what a hacker uses. You are entitled to your opinion, but I don't need you to tell me, because we already know we're not stupid people. We know how to use the internet. We know how to learn something if we want to learn it. I think that person is basically was trying to play us there and hoping that I would do something to their benefit where they could send it to blog, but it didn't work. Cain enable? My God. Who needs Cain enable when you can use Wireshark and etc.? But the matter, let's get on with the show. Okay, so that's one of many. There's another one called Malwarebytes that you can use. And obviously there's quite a number of antivirus programs and etc. So friends, the people that are listening probably at the minute that don't know these sort of things, they don't understand that they do need to have some sort of protection on their systems. It can save you hassle for starters, it can save you trouble, because you're taking a wise decision to take some sort of protection. Of course, they're not going to protect you 100%, but they are better than nothing. Okay? And if you choose not to use it, it's entirely up to yourselves. You can use different security products like a Nod 32. These are only examples. Bitdefender, Avast, whatever, or AVG, whatever your choice is. If you're using something, then obviously you're using your head. You're giving yourselves some sort of protection. Okay, Tax will be back in a minute. Easy way to answer the mobile. Sorry, Tax, I just noticed there now. The professional version of this particular one here, I don't want to download it, will give you what they call the full protection, which basically scans in the background and etc. So it is a way to check your system if you have a particular spyware from their database. Now there's a few standalone tools, or many. McAfee Stinger is a standalone tool from McAfee itself. It's been out quite a number of years. You've also got Microsoft do have a scanner on your system if you're using Windows 7, Windows XP and Windows Vista. I believe you just go and you type in MRT and you do have the Microsoft Windows malicious software removal tool. This here is already installed on your computer by default, but it only does a default scan. Now, I do follow the best people, and that's who I do learn off. GRC website, Steve Gibson. I hope someone without mentioning their name is listening. He is the best in computer security. Okay, so that's who I learn off. He built the very first anti-spyware program in the world. Yes, he goes to security conferences, and yes, he does advise Microsoft from time to time. Okay, I learn from the best, not from idiots. Steve Gibson, I learned from. Life Hacker is another one. Twit TV, and quite a number of Linux podcasts. Mac Break Weekly, and etc. Okay, so for an idiot to come into the room and try and tell me about a certain program and to say that she can do this or he can do that is an idiot. Okay, so when the Microsoft Windows malicious software removal tool is set by default, full scan, click it and you can run it. It will do a full scan. Now friends, GRC website, Steve Gibson does a Security Now podcast every week. and he has quite a number on a site, starting from honey monkeys, okay, stuff that came out years ago, right till today, to do with networking, to do with everything, host files, everything. You will learn something out of it. You will not waste your time listening to it. I don't get paid for a plug-in, but I do it because Steve helped me to learn some of the stuff I know by doing what he does and listening to him. Full scan, click next and run it. Okay, so MRT into, go to start, go to the run box, type in MRT and it will pop up. McAfee Stinger is another tool. These are tools at our disposal, basically, to help us with our computers. Obviously, there's hundreds of ways of getting access to computers. Emails, don't click on them if you don't know who sent it. Or, if your friend's computer could be infected, his account could be infected and you could get infected without knowing. So if your friend doesn't know that you need some sort of protection on your computer, please pass the word on. If they don't know how to do it, tell them to come to the computer room. We will help them to do it, or we'll point them in the right direction. There's quite a number of mods come in here that are very intelligent people. Okay, so we'll not bore you too much with any more of this. I'm going to load Skype on here if anybody wants to come on. Now, obviously not everybody's working, okay? There is what they call free spyware programs out on the internet. Some of them do what they say they'll do, and some of them will help you. I wouldn't recommend that I don't recommend that you install a full security product from two different companies at the same time. You will cause a conflict. But you can run standalone tools just to give you that wee bit more assurance. Obviously, if your computer is heavily infected and you didn't know, hold on a second mate, and you didn't know about this sort of stuff, well then you want to wipe your system. Do a low level format or use a program, a third party program, to wipe zeros to the hard drive if your computer is heavily infected. I will guarantee you that your computer will be at least 80% protected if you use some sort of protection. But let me hold on a second, mate. You're from the United Kingdom. Thunder, you don't have you've no sort of identification sort of thing, mate, in your profile. That, you know, you also have to be careful with Skype, friends. I love to bring people onto Skype and I love to talk to people, but we have to be careful because we like to give people the opportunity to help them, but we also have to be careful when you're bringing contacts onto Skype. Normally I don't have a problem, but obviously I know you could put up a fake profile. Okay, well I'll tell you what we'll do. You can add pccareman to Skype. Go ahead and add me, and I'll run it on the Linux computer. Don't type your Skype into the chat room yet, because there's other people would use it for reasons that wouldn't be sensible, you know. I will PM you my Skype name, mate. It's pccareman. Okay, pccareman. Right, let's go back to the camera. Okay, I think we've covered enough on anti-spyware programs, and I think people have got the idea that you do need to take some sort of protection on your computer. To sum this basically up, the reason I do this, friends, on Justin TV, on Ustream, and etc. Yes, I understand that a lot of people do know about this stuff, but we have to take into account there's quite a number of people don't. Personally speaking, I have come across a few that didn't even know that they needed an antivirus program or etc. So this is what I do this for. Okay, there's quite a number of people don't know how to install a browser, believe it or not, friends. I would say millions. There's not everyone has a great opportunity like us to go to tech rooms and learn. Okay, mate. Okay, so I want to go back to the camera for a second here, and just give me a second. I'm just holding another guide here in the background. If people feel threatened by me by doing technical help, they don't need to be. Okay, and this is to the outer world. Okay, if you're tech people, you don't need to be threatened by pccareman. I've been doing this for quite a number of years. I am here to help people. Okay, and I'm also here to support other tech groups. So don't be threatened by the fact that we want to help people. Okay, we're not here to do you out of money. If you are running a business, we are here to help people, and if we can point them in your direction in the near future, if you're a software developer or you happen to be Norton itself or etc., I'd be quite happy to do so. So don't be threatened by the fact that we're doing this. There's quite a number of hundreds of guys that do the same thing. And we are here, guys, to learn from you too. So if you're sitting on Justin TV now and you're working on a computer shop, come over and join us. Don't sit in the chat room and just be quiet. Get involved. If you can help some pure creator coming into the room and you notice I'm trying to do something else, please do. Computers used to be like that years ago and it drifted away. Guys used to help each other out. I can remember the time when programmers actually helped me out years ago to teach me. Also, anybody that is broadcasting on Blog TV and they do have a problem broadcasting and they can't get on Blog TV because their computers aren't working right, well then, I don't work for Blog, but I'm quite happy to help you get back on to Blog TV to broadcast. So that's another good way of looking at it, or even Justin TV or Ustream. If you've heard about Media Flash Encoder and you're all excited about it, you don't know how to use it, pop in. You'll find me on Blog TV most of the time, but I do broadcast on Justin TV on Ustream. Obviously, if you want to go and pay someone else to do it, that's your own choice. We don't have a difficulty with people disagreeing with us, but we have to watch out because you do get a lot of different types of people that would try and draw you into something to set you up, basically, because they're either jealous or they like to impress their friends. Okay, just give me a second, mate. Just bear with us, mate. Alright, Steve, welcome to the room, mate. Hold on a second, mate. Thunder, hold on a second, mate. Now I can understand why Leo didn't watch the chat room for a long time. Because you can get caught up in something very quick or get distracted. Maybe I should do the same thing. For a long time, I know Leo looked at the chat rooms, but for a long time I can understand now why, because he had so many coming in, and it would distract you very quick. Okay, mate. Thunder, just hold on a second. I do like to give people the. Alright, Steve, what about you, mate? I do like to give people a chance, mate. It's not. It's just when you're using the internet, you've sort of got to use your head, you know, common sense. Okay, I'll not give out your details, but sounds good to me, mate. My PM you. Don't want you taking this the wrong road, Thunder. Okay, don't take us the wrong road. You'll understand yourself anyway. I'll add you a bit because I use a couple of these places myself. Okay. Alright, Maggie, just seen you popping in there. I was wondering where taxi went to. Okay, Justin TV, I'm going to close that room down now. If you have a problem, guys, and you're sitting on Justin TV tonight, and you basically, your computer's in a mess, and you don't know how to sort it out, or you don't know how to go to, pop over to Log TV, and you'll see pccareman here. I'll help you, or some of my moderators. There's quite a number come into the room have a good education. Okay, Ustream 2, I'll bid you good night friends on Ustream. I will be on Blog TV for a wee while longer here. Okay, so say guys, don't be threatened, because what we do, we're here to help people.